Conrad TV, no hearsay. Hey, hey.
Mayday.
It's Conrad TV, no hearsay. Hey, hey.
Mayday.
It's Conrad TV, no hearsay. Hey, hey.
Mayday.
It's Conrad TV, no hearsay. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. One thing is certain, it's gonna be crazy, yo.
Conversational radio TV, just different.
Hey, hey.
Things because of just that love. What's one of your weaknesses? You know, and as you're growing into business, what's one of the things that you say it's a weakness but you want to improve?
I would say communication is probably my biggest weakness because I think it's such a deep word. You know, people just think communication is yabu. You know, it's not just that. It's so deep. Yeah, in terms of how you translate your language to other people. You know, even if we're speaking the same language right now, how you receive what I'm saying is completely different. Yeah. So sometimes I find myself in a situation where I'm communicating in a way that makes sense to me, and no one else really gets it. But then you don't have the pen, and sometimes I'll lack the patience to really realize, to say, stop, let me take a step back. Let me actually remember these. I know how you communicate because I know you a little bit, or I try to understand. And then I translate into what makes it work for you. Because the problem is when you don't have the communication properly, like within your team, within love, within friendship, and all these things that you do, it just gets lost in a dark pool. Like, you know, and I hate using the words dark a lot today, but like, you know, you really get lost in some of these things. So communication, number one.
People that are not actors were being called actors. Right? Now you get on a soapy set, and then there's this new young kid, he's got like a nice following, comes on set, and then you are told you must work with this person. Every single day. And you how not content did that? Like this person comes on set unprepared. Unprepared.
No, don't ask the question when we have even taken more time.
Sandra, but I'm fine. I'm fine.
That's my answer. Thank you very much.
Message to a young guy that is probably listening and saying that I want to be where you are.
First of all, know yourself. You know, I feel like even if you don't know yourself completely, begin the journey of knowing yourself, because if you can't do that, the content will be whack. You know, it'll be...
I'm probably going to like give me the first slot at Idols. I don't even want to audition. Take me to the finals. Straight. And I'll just wait for the top two. Put me there. Not me, you want me at the final, Joe. Show closer. Mmuso. Hey, this guy. You kilo jewa. No. No, I see Katli M joined, Amantla joined, Lelo Matiba joined. Kolizondi is Zodwa. From Generations. She used to play Zod on Generations, man.
Really?
Our storyline was so hot.
What's
dog.
up?
Our storyline was so hot, man. Kali, what up, girl?
Can I see Katli M?
You want to see Katli M?
Yeah.
What do you mean you want to see?
I just want to see Katli M, man.
Katli M, they want to see you. I don't know why. But you can't really see her.
Oh, is it?
Here she is. You'll just see a picture of her like it's a... Do you know her?
Hey, Katli M. Yeah, I know Katli M.
Hey, Banna. Why specifically Katli? There's a lot of people here. Amantla's great marketing lady. I love Amantla, you know, great thinker. She's also at Harambe. Works with young people, doing great things for young people.
Yeah.
I had an interview Lebon at some point. Pazette also joined in. Listen, I want to just like give a shout out. Buntle Profound also joined and say hello, Buntle.
That's pretty cool.
Lalo S says, I'm still in bed. It's blazing hot outside. Hey.
Blazing hot.
What she's saying is that it's hot inside, or is it cold inside the house and you gotta get out? Because that's what's probably happening. Lalo.
Ubufutu mwaleng.
Lalo manotloro botata tse mnato. O tshwere ke taba tsa lerato. Taba tsa lerato. Taba tsa lerato.
I'll be your backup singer. Tsa lerato.
Just so that you know, in this second hour, you know, we're going to play a couple of games where can you name cities alphabetically? We'll start from A until Z. In my Jampisa, some of us, we don't know. We haven't traveled the world. Now I'm just wondering, because Mmuso Mona, he's never been outside of Mamelodi.
He claims.
He claims.
right? Oh man, Rocker Curry, love from Nairobi, Kenya. I've been telling you that we've got like, man, great people. International, man. Kenya's a beautiful country. If you've never been there, guys, woo! You gotta travel Africa, man. You gotta travel Africa. And see Thato. Thato. Hey, what up, T-man?
Maina.
Lalo S says it's better indoors than outside because it's like 40 degrees. Lalo, where are you? And Lalo says my day will start in a few hours. Lalo, where are you in this world? Where are you in this world? Welcome to Conversational Radio TV, ladies and gents. We do this every single Friday, 4 to 6. We have conversations. For the first time this youth month, we don't have any guests because I wanted to hang with my brother Mmuso. And earlier in the show, we were talking about gender-based violence, the impact it's had, the protection of our women and children, the policing system, the government itself, the system. Where do we need to fix rehabilitation centers that we might need to
Black
open
Lives
up?
Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
It's so cold, but your show keeps me warm. Keep it up.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. And then let's play this game, Malome. Aviation knowledge helps here. Oh, Lalo is in Qatar.
Oh, okay.
Lalo is in Qatar.
International.
Guys, like, really, Lalo, thank you very much. Now, can you name? That is the game that I'm going to be playing here with my brother here, Mmuso. It's like our little nyana mini 30 seconds.
Yeah, net fela ho no thoma show.
Just to get in there. So, if you can throw me names.
I can't level the screen.
I can't level the screen. I'm not saying hi to the people. You can throw me names. Countries from A to Z. Countries A to Z. You can just put it there.
Okay, A. Armenia.
Afghanistan.
Oh, I B.
Oh, okay.
B, C, D.
Okay.
Afghanistan.
Yo. No. I will lie. Let's go to B.
No, let's go to B. Botswana.
Bethlehem.
Bolivia.
Boston.
Nope, not a country. It's a state. I think it is a state. So I buzzed you guys A. No, A. We are equal. C.
Yeah.
Damn, China.
Chile.
Canada. Please don't.
There's not a lot of C. And it's a Joe because it goes South America. Oh man, come on. I've said Chile.
Yeah.
Already?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. You take this one. It's fine.
Let's go to D. You can start.
D. We're saying countries, I guess.
Yeah.
No, sorry.
Yeah. Don't say it.
What, Denmark?
Damn it. Dutchland. Askeri ka Dutchland. Maybe it's a Dutchland.
This guy just said Dutchland.
Lalo
just said Croatia, man.
Croatia.
Congo. All right. D, you said Denmark?
No, you said Denmark.
Yeah, I said Denmark.
I said
Dutchland. You said Dutchland. Mark, come on, do the right thing here.
Let me throw you another one.
Boy.
Democratic Republic of Congo.
No,
it starts with the
Democratic. It's like now I can say Democratic Republic of Kenya.
No, but that's the name of the country. It's the DRC, dude.
No.
So simple, one drop.
Yeah.
E.
E.
Yeah.
Hey. Oh, what's happening today? Hey, is it the weather?
It is screen to you. E. There's the most straightforward one. I'm gonna say England. One.
Yeah, I don't want to even say England. I was like, that's like the obvious one. I want to find one that's like, let that thing, man. Ethiopia.
Eritrea. Eritrea is a country, right? Eritrea.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. Not bad, Mmuso.
Yeah,
not bad. I think my E's end there. Hey?
Nah, the E's are finished. The E's are finished.
Yeah,
right?
it's English. English. as a country. Imagine. El Salvador.
Egypt.
You see?
Tabang Mr. Gold Digger iso. Egypt. Lina also
Yo,
said
he's
Egypt.
Tabang, gold
They're helping
digger.
us.
You
Egypt.
definitely
She
know
also
where the
said
gold is,
Congo.
man.
Why am I not looking at the screen? Go, Jamal.
No,
I won't.
Okay, let's go to F. Finland.
Yeah. Working ever. No, fine. You can have Finland. France.
Man.
The East, bro. But Ecuador. We suck, dude.
Thato, you are cheating. Lalo, I'm not cheating.
Just says
not cheating, I
Ecuador,
promise.
Ethiopia, Egypt. I suck. We suck.
No, it's fine. At least
terrible.
now we're learning.
So,
you
you said Finland, I said France.
I think my F's end there. Guys, come on, play with us.
Yes, I don't think. Guys, come on, the Fs. Give us the Fs. They don't have Fs. None of them have Fs even. No,
Okay,
I said France, Lina. Lina says France here.
Yeah, see here.
Unati said Ecuador.
The
for
poetic financier also says France, Finland, Bill Huate, well, just people that have joined in the conversation. Okay, let's go to G.
EFG. Germany.
Wow. Well done.
I know what you're going to say. Your favorite country in the world.
Ghana. Of course.
Yeah.
Of course I'm going to say. I
Your
was like,
favorite country.
you know I got this, baby.
Ghana.
I think we need to have someone from the Department of Tourism here.
Yeah, no, we suck. I'm a G.
Because,
Germany, you said Ghana.
yeah, Kyoratila said Ghana. Greece!
Greece? No!
Yes.
No. Come on, my Facebook peeps. Please come rescue me.
You see me, my people are here. Lalo's in Kadamba. And it's like,
But Greece,
drop.
Greenland.
Well done.
Greenland, yes.
You see, Guinea, Republic of Guinea.
Republic of Guinea, damn it. Yeah.
Yo, Mmuso, I think this has actually opened up just, how possible it could be. And here's my vision, dog. 2021. Like for 6 months. Let's do a show and go travel. Let Conrad go travel the world.
Yeah. Gabon. Thanks, Lina. Thanks. It's Bo.
Okay. No, Thato Faith Lene Weekends. Guys, thank you very much for actually being part of this game,
Gambia.
Tabang
Gold Digger.
A gold digger is in it, eh? The poetic financier also just said Gambia here.
Damn.
It's so great that at least, people know other countries. You just open my mind up.
Yeah, no.
But I just want, man, 6 months would be a great time. We just travel the world.
Yeah,
and imagine if we could broadcast from there.
Yeah, we can do that though.
Think.
Guys,
just as a thought to the team, would it not be great for us to
but
go
6
travel the world
months,
2021?
dude. What about the other business? But we can.
Yeah, I get for our technology, we can run, and do it, and run it from there.
Yeah.
Talking about cities, last time I think I had asked Mmuso Matlala here where he has been, and he said that he's only been in Mamelodi.
To Mamelodi only.
Mamelodi only.
Yeah.
And so, where is the parliament of this
Mamelodi.
country?
Yeah, this country.
Yeah.
The parliament.
Yeah.
Or parliament.
Parliament.
Or South Africa.
No. Yeah. Let's start Kaya South Africa.
Oh, yeah, South Africa. Go Cape Town.
You go Cape Town.
Yeah.
Where's Cape Town? Which province?
Cape Town is in the Western Cape.
Is in the Western Cape.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you ever buy
Cape
a property
of
there?
Good Hope. I don't know, man.
Would you ever buy a property there?
I'm restricted to Mamelodi.
You are restricted to Mamelodi.
Yeah.
Because of why?
I don't know. I just love it, man.
You just love Mamelodi.
Yeah. But would I buy property in Cape Town? Yeah, probably. Mm-hmm. If I haven't. I don't know, man. We don't know. I want you guys also just to send voice notes of places that you've traveled to that you loved. It doesn't have to be all over. It can also be here in South Africa. Where have you traveled? What is your most fondest memory of the place that you went to? Is it the culture? Is it the people? Is it the nightlife? Is it the business environment? What is it that attracted you to that particular place? I remember when I was still on East Coast Radio, I used to love, when I was flying down to KZN, man, because I was like, at least I'm going to get some good weather.
You know, I'm gonna get myself some good Sizulu. You know, what's that?
No, because Lina, we must expropriate her to the African tour as well.
Hey, complain.
Those are
So, guys, if you want to send us a voice note of where you've traveled, where you've been, our number itself here is 065, all right, 215 2394. 065 215 2394. Send us your voice note, places that you've traveled to, your fondest memory there. And, you know, it can be anywhere between A and Z.
Yeah. And also, what you loved about it that is different to South Africa. Because, you know, when you travel, there's like, you pick up on like cultures that are completely new to you.
Yeah.
And like work for you. Like, I've got this mate who's been to Japan. He wants to live in Japan because everything is like order there. Like, there's just like systems.
My
and
man, the
structures.
traffic lights. Let's start getting traffic lights. There's just order there. You just throw in your gum, you'll get arrested.
Damn.
You know, crime there, you don't want to mess around with crime in Japan. And they are also a leading country when it comes to animation. So you know the Popeyes that you've loved from Japan, dog. Like, you know, it's
Look, believe it or not, I never watched Dragon Ball Z.
Man, Dragon Ball Z was my favorite.
I never watched it ever.
Goku. Yes, sir. Yo. Goku was the one, man. And Lalo here says Middle East first because of its safety and, of course, the beauty of it all. Hey, man, I still got to go to the Middle East because of that. I was actually connecting through Dubai when I was flying. So that's how I know they meet. But I've never actually just like flew straight to the Middle East.
And just kick it there.
You know, and then Aisha Coco says, Swakopmund. I've actually wanted to go to Swakopmund. That's in Namibia. You know, the dunes, camel rides, and the people are so friendly. Namibia, man, I went to Namibia for the music awards there. I mean, it was so fantastic.
Yeah.
It was so and guys, Somizi is such a funny guy. Like, Somizi held the whole conversation for 40 minutes, one man.
Okay.
One man ran Namibia, read the music awards. You know, and it was so much fun. Mauritius also. I've never been to Mauritius. You know, I've always wondered when I do like a vacation.
Yeah.
Like, where's my wonderland? Because I want to go to Jamaica.
No.
I want to go to Jamaica. And the funniest thing is that, you know, even Generations is huge in Jamaica.
In Jamaica.
Yeah, so I'm wondering,
Maybe it's like
you want to be able to walk the streets. You know, you know, people are still watching TV. You know? So, man, join in the conversation. Don't forget, if you want to send your voice notes, it's 065 215 2394. Which country have you been to? What was the love there?
I'm the master of vacations, but locally.
Sorry?
You're
the master of vacation.
The vacations are because I've only been to Mamelodi. I just remember Komaseko. That's what C5.
We don't reckon Patlo.
Yeah, dude, remember? Moritile Park,
Yeah.
Moritile Resort. It's a resort.
Really?
Moritile Park is a resort, bro.
Where there's like the Maritili Jazz Festival.
Yes, it's a resort. It's a resort, okay? It's a resort.
Ukas khwaza that thing, resort. Ha ke tsoro waza no bolela skwa fela sentle. Risotto di teng. But okay, what do you love about Mamelodi?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Wow, bro. Like, I love a lot about Mamelodi. Mamelodi, like, when I'm in Mamelodi, I just feel great.
Yeah.
It's beyond things that I can point out.
Yeah.
But I think mostly it's the people, Joe. Like, Joe. Like we so like it's Joe. Like, there's no, like, obviously there's people like who have feuds and stuff. But generally, if you just come across someone, it's you have a chat, it's done.
Okay.
You have a chat, you kicking it like mums, Joe. I love mums with all my heart.
So I love Maftown. You know, Maftown, I grew up there. Chifiwa, hey, how you doing? I love Maftown. Because of Maftown, there was just a certain culture about Maftown. And I remember during the Puputatswana days, I mean, I continuously speak about the Puputatswana days because, you know, we had like the swimming pool at that time. We had like movie theaters. We could actually take your girl to a date at that age. almost what it's PS Little Reds, right?
Little Reds.
Little Reds, Joe. And then from there, you know, you'd like be able to say, hey, babe, we're going to the movies, and then your parents will drop you off to Mega City. You know, and then there was like this big movement of Motswako, you know, that's when Bojeba, Kuli, you know, and even when we had Tasman, like we are so nostalgic, Kama Fike. And when you look at it now, it's a different place. It's a different place. Yeah. But that's what I love about my Fike, even till today, you know, even that there's just a level of man. You know that there's beef, but there's just a culture of let's party, let's have fun.
Yes, I've actually seen like a groover, so go Muff Town once. There was
Mmuso,
a BLA.
Matlala,
There was well, I was probably sleeping since I've never
Mmuso,
been.
just before you continue, Aisha says, can we see Mmuso's face? His voice sounds so smooth.
Hey, Aisha, what's up?
But your voice is sounding smooth. That's Mmuso Matlala, the Mr. Smooth voice. Come on, man.
Matikete. So I was at Muff Town. I remember I was there for the Black Lawyers Association AGM.
Okay.
We were
That's so serious, man.
Yeah, we were electing a new leader. It was some years ago. But after that, we went to some club, man. I forget the name.
You go Rivera Park. Actually, probably she will definitely be able to tell us which one.
I know it was so dope. But then coming from Muff Town, so I know quite a few people who come from Muff Town. Business people. I mean, you're a business person, dude, and you're doing well. Why does it seem like things are stagnant there?
Leadership.
Okay.
Leadership, you know, because of also you find that there are conversations to say, no, we wanted to get rid of the Mangope legacy, you know. And that guy, I mean, he had built like the pop recording studios, we had airports. There was a nice patriotism about Butatswana. You know, you were taught about where Butatswana comes from. You were taught about the Tswana culture. So that by itself is, and you will see it with a lot of like Muff Town guys. Manale wokonyana ele, manale daitalanyana ele ya. Okay. But also to sometimes the disadvantage has been the egos. Then they clash. That's where certain developments for me, I believe, has been the thing. Because the egos are, you can't tell. And then computer I'll drive a 663. Now I'll drive a you know, you must always be below me because of I am. So I mean, hey, that's a thing, you know. But and then from Muff Town then to the world. You know, you're absolutely right. Mom said, Joe, you know, there's just a vibe about it, you know, the way that they dress, the way that they talk. You know, it's like also Pretoria, you know, is the 15th language of South Africa. Those that don't know that Pretoria has got its own language. It's got its own language that you just wonder, like, who came up with this language? Is it part of the dictionary? And then you're like, okay, wait, slow down. Slow down, Pretoria. Slow down, come back. What? One first dana.
Lina says Tembisa Gebaloif.
Lina, you can't say that about Tembisa. People are about Tembisa Gebaloi, man. You know, I started on radio, man. Voice of Tembisa. Lani's from Tembisa. Lani.
Is Lani from Tembisa?
That's why he's like, don't mess up. Lani, I'm with you. Lani, I started my radio at Voice of Tembisa. I work there. It's him. Mmuso. This guy is so silly. What I mean, we feel like that. You know.
I'm dead.
So I mean, now you then start to wonder. You know, what is traveling going to look like from now on? This is the new normal that we're talking about. Can we go to a Mamelodi when I get to what will it look like? If I go to Ghana, if I go to China, if I go to Germany, if I want to travel the world, what will it look like?
Yeah.
You know, because I remember also when I was like traveling even just here in Africa and just how it opened my mind about different cultures. You know, and you then wonder that, you know, someone who also doesn't get the benefit of traveling to Ghana, and then there's so much xenophobia also in the country, you then get to understand it's because of we don't understand each other as a people. Even here in South Africa, the racial segregation is because of we don't understand each other. You don't understand Africans, you don't understand the English, you don't understand black culture, you don't also understand how diverse black cultures are. So if we do that, we could start to maybe changing the narrative. That it then stops being about race. It just then becomes cultural indifferences.
You know? Absolutely. Well put, bro. Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely, Joe. Like, that's actually very profound.
He just said his profile. Guys, he just gave me like a compliment from Mmuso. And I just says that I agree. Hello, Tata. Hello, ladies. She's just saying that your voice is smooth.
Well, no, thank you very much, Aisha.
You should see him. He's so like, what blush? Like, I don't know what I cannot do with myself. Like, like Pinele asked him, he said, I don't know what I cannot do with myself. I can sit and get some. You know that song.
I don't know what can I do with myself.
Hey.
I don't. So wait, are we gonna address the English in that song, or I don't know?
Sister Mike Praia.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Let's not go there. Let's not go there.
Me, I'm address it. I don't know what can I do with myself. Eh?
You know, there's actually a comedian who used to like let I forgot what's her name. She's from Soweto. Very, very funny comedian. And she talks about it like she makes a whole set about that song.
Life.
I don't know what I cannot do with myself. I mean, she's like trying to analyze from Boom Shaka label, and then
I think I saw it. I shall put that man.
You know, and we've got some voice notes that we're also just gonna play. And I want to say thank you to everybody that's joining in and sending voice notes. Don't you forget it. Don't you forget it. 065 215 2394. Lalo, you can also send, you can also send a voice note there and also from Kenya, send a voice note. We want to hear your voices.
And you can also check us out on Facebook, guys. Facebook. On your question, says they're another favorite. She's speaking about Amsterdam. She says what she loved about Amsterdam is the safety and transportation system. She says she has never felt so free and safe as a woman, taking into consideration of the situation in our country. Being able to walk alone at 11 p.m. was just heaven.
You can imagine, you see the differences in also just systems of just simple transportation. I remember also when I was also in the UK and my wallet was stolen in the train.
I agree.
Like within like seconds. Like, no, we found that person. And I'm just like, man, when are we going to get there?
That is the best.
When are we going to get there? If we have a budget of over 500 billion to spend on COVID, could we not look at the economic crisis and say that, gents, let's just invest this money. It will regenerate itself. Because when people feel safe, people can innovate. People can open up business and feeling that I can open up my business and my business won't get robbed. Similar to that situation where people just waited for lockdown to drill a hole, a tunnel, to go steal alcohol. To go and steal alcohol. And I'm just like, why not open up a construction company? Open, like, come on, man. If you are so skilled, so skilled,
apply yourself, man.
Apply yourself and start yourself. Because that's a business that you've just done there. Just don't go and steal. Let's listen to the voice notes.
Hi, Mmuso and Thato. I wanted to say, as far as these topics are concerned, and just listening in on some of what you guys have been saying, first, I just want to say I do believe in prison. I believe that I believe in both prison and rehabilitation, and I believe in both because, like Thato mentioned earlier, sometimes people have grown up, in the kind of background where, violence is something that's just normal, I believe that for that reason, rehabilitation should be something that's compulsory whilst in prison. And I believe in prison at the same time because I just feel that, there are consequences. People need to understand that there are consequences for their actions. They need to be held accountable for what they do. At the same time, where gender-based violence is concerned, I think the issue really is more amongst men in the sense that men are uncomfortable having conversations with one another about, everything that about rape culture, about gender-based violence. When their friends are abusive, they tend to look the other way. They don't hold their friends accountable. They're not willing to cut their friends off. So, and even, if we're also just going to talk about protesting, usually when protests take place over gender-based violence, men are not in the front lines supporting us and marching with us. So I think those are some of the bigger issues. That's my perspective on things.
So, the Hungarian government announced today that they will not recognize gender change for transgender individuals, which I personally am very appalled by it. Coming from a country where gender equality is preached over and over again, this for me seems very unfair. And I think, just as with Black Lives Matter, that all minority groups should be respected and their choices should be respected. Just because you are not conventional and doing what everybody else is doing does not mean that your choices should be ignored.
Hi, Conrad family. My name is Andiswa Matlala from Tembisa. My question for you guys is, who has to sit in your car front seat, your mom or your girlfriend? Or it doesn't matter?
Hi, this is Baleta from Timisa. So my question is, so far we've seen that, okay, the rising numbers in gender-based violence is just getting worse and worse and worse. And it seems as if now, because of this COVID thing, it's very difficult to keep track of all of this, So what can we put in place, basically? What can the government do? What can we do as people? What needs to be done? Because now we're just waiting for answers. We're just waiting for answers that we probably never ever get. So we just don't know what to do as women, and even men that are actually getting abused as well. So what can we do?
Hey, all right. No. Funny one there. Hey? Narra batho ba sebetsa ka mo kante ba busy ba ira ditsedi.
But they killed it though.
No,
they killed it.
Wait again. Re kopa meeting ka taba ya tsedidi. But you know what?
Many issues. Many
issues. But the issues have solutions. Yeah. Rehab, definitely. It needs to happen. And I think also I always just urge a lot of people to understand also how the prison system also works. Because, you then end up engaging with some, individuals that have been in prison and say, hey, man, it's not as fun as, hey, it's tough in there. Those are the conversations that I've been. But also people must know that accountability is such an important thing. You must be able to account for your actions. Because of your actions also, let's say, the end results.
Yeah.
You also talk about, how safe it is to work in different countries. In Hungary also with the transgender issue, there's been changes there. So you see that the world itself is at war. Consistent war of ideas and acceptance. And what's your views on that?
Dudes, look, man, there'll always be a clash.
Yeah.
There'll always be a clash. I think it just lies in trying to find, because when there's a clash of things, that means that there's empty spaces. So instead of clashing like this, let's try to fit in to the empty spaces like that.
Can you please do that again? Mmuso, you're such a profound Please do that again.
There's a clash. If there's a clash of things, it means that they are not aligned. So all you need to do is align.
It's like Mmuso was the one who came up with that. Simunye,
we are one. Utotumi, Mr. Mukwena says it's the first time he's tuning in and he feels bad, but this is actually a phenomenal show. Wow. And that we must keep up the solid work.
Mukwena.
Thanks, Tumi.
Thank you, Mr. Mukwena.
Thanks, bra Mukwena.
Yeah, bra Mukwena. I also just want to read some comments here from my Insta page here. We need leadership in this country and Africa as a whole, right? There's been different debates about it. Is the leadership in Africa itself corrupt or not? Right? Is the leadership globally also corrupt? And then they just paint the African leadership as if it's more corrupt. Because of you maybe just need to ask the questions. Who's benefiting from the resources in Africa?
Yeah.
Is it Africans themselves?
Yeah.
Are we doing more exports than imports? Need to ask yourself, who also puts value in these resources that are African resources that for us, it's just normal Horwatsam and then you just pick up a diamond.
Yeah.
Bananas, avocado. I watched a documentary series called Rotten on Netflix. And it really just touches on the social issues that are caused by greed and capitalism. In Nigeria, it was a specific water company, right? That have been benefiting. It's a global company. They're benefiting and people are at loggerheads in Nigeria. In Chile, avocado is so expensive because of somewhere in the world, someone has said that the value of an avocado is this much. And those that Ronano, if we call them maybe go Limpopo, where just Limpopos are there, and you can grow there. People are
cheap,
at war in Chile. It's a whole market where you talk about cocaine market, Chile, and you just wonder, guys. You wonder. Where other African countries are at war about diamonds.
Yeah.
We take diamonds out of the African soil. They go outside of South Africa. They get refurbished there, and then they sell it to us at probably 500% market cost.
A lot. So the thing
and they
about
say Africa is poor.
The thing about corruption, on the issue of corruption, I think with great power, like absolute power corrupts. Power, you're going to be corrupt. But I think there's, at least if there was corruption, but you're also putting the nation first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Put your people
I
first.
don't think that a lot of people would cry about corruption. But I know corruption is eating directly for the poor. It's taking away from the poor. You know what I mean?
And lockdown has just shown, the difference between the have and the have-nots.
It's actually...
And it's growing.
It's immense,
and its growth, it's scary. It's something that I think all of us need to maybe take some time and reflect on the impact that it will have in the future if we don't address these issues now. I remember when I was still doing my postgrad, they invited the team from Reimagine SA. And one of the speakers was a guy, and this gentleman spoke about the disparity just right here in South Africa. And I think there was that picture that was on Time magazine. And then deep slow just divided. And it's just can you just imagine one day when these people are so hungry, what do you think they're going to do?
They're going to eat the rich.
They're going to eat. So shared value. And I'm not saying that it's right, guys. I'm just saying it's something for us to go and think about. Is that what is the economic benefit of us not actioning and doing something about it?
I think maybe Gateway Media must consider this. Making almost like a short film on that, bruh. Whereas the poor now are tired and they are literally eating the rich. I think because sometimes it takes entertainment and films for people to actually consider things.
You're absolutely right.
Because it's a serious
not
thing.
A joke. It's not a joke.
It will happen. And I think COVID has accelerated. I think we had a few years before we get there.
Yeah.
But it's gonna happen now. Last week, sometime this week, Joe, when I was driving Pretoria East, usually there's people who ask for money or food at traffic lights. This time around, every single traffic light had such people, not even one person. Ho driver ka mo molong, or a shopping center, you find them outside and they know that you've got money when you go to a mall. Otherwise, you won't be coming.
And here's the thing also, you're absolutely right. And now you think about also where someone was actually making a comment about it and said, hey man, Linna, even now when I could at least give someone 2 rands in the robots, my economic landscape has also changed to a point that I don't even have coins in my car anymore.
Exactly.
So you wonder then what's going to start to happen. Then it means that maybe with time, the traffic lights are also going to be red zones.
Yes.
Where now people are now going to be breaking into
Without
people's
a doubt,
cars and taking your cell phone and taking your car. So be concerned about the social disparities that are happening in this country, because it's not only just going to affect you, it affects all of us.
It affects
all
every
colors.
single one of
All
us.
colors, guys. Crime doesn't choose by color. It just chooses because of, hey, I've got a hungry stomach. Roka here says that leadership in Africa is very, very, very corrupt. It's up for debate.
It's corrupt, but the problem is it's leadership. It seems as if they're always about themselves, our leaders. It seems as if they're always about themselves, enriching themselves first. Bon, if kunale 100 rand mone and unyako jachelete mo, ngana wa jato hindi randa, 80 randa iye ko bathong, wa bona.
The people that elected you to be in power,
You know what I mean? Just make sure that you're actually doing what you've been put in office for.
A lot of people, they forget. I think Rora also says here that the same issue we face here in Kenya, when it comes to coffee. Coffee is expensive here, yet we grow it here. Isn't it like the funniest of things? That's why I'm like,
weird.
We then need to maybe confront the guys that have the negotiation power and going into negotiation rooms and negotiating to say that we are going to make other countries more wealthier from our resources that we have here at home.
Exactly. Chris here says that apparently the traffic lights are already on their way to becoming red zones. Apparently, it's already happening. This from Christopher Vuba. Mr. Vuba!
Guys, traffic lights becoming red zones.
Imagine, Joe.
Don't be racist, I am a building. This is a Paul. Crime is about to accelerate due to these conditions. People are saying that it's scary. And I don't even know. You probably might even be, listening into the show, and this has probably happened to you. Somebody has broken into your window because of now. If that happens to you guys, you don't drive with comfort. You don't drive with comfort, and then people are living in fear. Then you know what that then propels to? Then people now want to carry guns. Then people now end up shooting the wrong people. People are edgy. And I remember also, and it was a big debate that you are not even allowed to shoot a criminal who's in your house.
Yeah.
And that was like a huge debate. And you now start to wonder, during this time, should it happen, what will that mean? If you've got kids in your home and there's 3 people who've just walked in your house, you are being told that you can't defend yourself. You must call the police. That's what you are being told. Call the police and then, hey, man.
So I can actually explain that from a legal point of view. Would you like me to?
The benefit of having an attorney on the show, man. Please explain it to us, my brother.
Before I do that, just contribution to the whole corruption thing. Mr. Vuba says that leadership globally is corrupt. He says Africa is just the scapegoat face for it. And then he says there are pockets of excellence when it comes to ethical leaders in the world.
And we never talk about it. Farah Khan talks about this matter. If you know Farah Khan, check him out.
So the thinking behind you can't just shoot, right? So it's not necessarily completely true that you can't shoot at an intruder.
Okay,
right?
okay.
What there needs to be before you shoot at an intruder is there needs to be imminent danger.
How do we then process what imminent...
Exactly. That's the difficulty in it. So in other words, let's say you hear something inside the house. You walk out. You walk out and then you see a guy, maybe he broke your door. You see a guy, he sees you. He starts trying to aim to run for the door. To run for the door.
And he's running away.
You can't shoot him. You can't shoot him because there was no imminent danger. This person was fleeing.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
But if ever that very same guy, after you see him, and then now instead you see him pulling out a gun or he's just standing there or whatever, you can, if he's doing this, if he's about to reach for a gun or he's reaching for something.
Let's say it's dark and you can't see.
If you can't see, that's the problem. If you can't see, then subjectively speaking, if I were your lawyer, I could argue that, look, he couldn't see what was happening. But then, you see, that's the problem about not seeing. In fact, that's a good question, Thato. Because there have been people who have killed their children because they can't see. It has happened. It has happened in our law a lot. And remember, that is the type of defense that Oscar was going for.
Mr. Pistorius.
Yes.
That he couldn't see.
Yeah, that he didn't know who was in there, so he just shot. But there was no imminent threat. You understand what I mean? And that's why he was found guilty for murder. But if ever there was an imminent threat, it was a closed door. If ever there was an imminent threat, maybe then he could have shot.
The benefit of having an attorney here from MSMM. MSMM. Can you just say what MSMM stands for?
Maluleke, Siriti, Makume, Matlala. It's the oldest black-owned law firm in the country, and I was recently appointed director.
Come on. Come on. Recently appointed director, and I just want to clap a young congratulations, my brother, on making directorship. And
Thank you, man.
For me, I'm for it. I support it. I mean, I said with this guy, I talked to this guy. Man, what a guy of wisdom. What a guy of wisdom. You're such a wisdom child, Mmuso Masala.
Yeah, we try. We try.
And I guess, guys, this is how kind of like we bring it together. We started with the game of understanding different countries. We were alphabetically as a game. And then it then propelled to us talking about the differences in these countries. And you got to see that we got different responses, from different members from Kenya, Qatar, all over the world, and also here in South Africa. How well do we know ourselves? How well do we know our countries? And you then start to then realize the impact it then has. Then you find that here in South Africa, then the crime rate itself is going. And then people are telling, hey, man, in Amsterdam, it's a different kind of safety that I would feel if I walk in the streets at 12 o'clock at night. And I can tell you something also. The Botswana days, believe it or not, were safe. You could walk at night. Mafikeng was one of the safest places because of the cops there did not fuck around. They did not. Dog, they find you. There's problems because of you respected people of the law. That's why even during this time when someone was a police officer, they were respected in the community. If someone was a teacher, they were respected in communities. How about Tate Matlala ke lawyer? Definitely respected in society. So you then wonder, what is it that we need to do to get back to those days? Or are we being nostalgic? Is it not something that's not possible?
No, I think it is possible. But first of all, there's too many bad apples. There's too many bad apples, bro, in the basket. Do you know what happens to me now, Thato, when I see a police car? I get afraid of being just harassed in jail. Instead of feeling like, oh, Mahata, I'm safe. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. The videos that you see, Joe, you see Mahata, Joe, and they are good cops. And I'd say maybe, in fact, the majority. It's just that there's phones we can see the bad apples. And then the bad apples, Bartos, someone is chilling with the gun. Ne? Is chilling there with the gun. All up in your face and things like that. So it's kind of scary sometimes to see a police. We fear them. We should respect them and find confidence in them.
I always ask myself is that what processes, what systems have we put into place that says to us when Mmuso is a police officer or when Mmuso is a government official, have we understood their background and their psychology, their thinking, their worldview? Because that's why I keep saying that, we just hire because of someone can just put up a front and say, I'm a great person, I do this. Oh, I love kids, I love, And you've also seen in relationships how we then fake it. People give you another side of who they really are. Then the truth comes out 6 years later into a relationship and you're like, yo. And now you are married. You've got kids. And you're just like, yo.
I think you're avoiding we're avoiding a very important question.
Yeah.
Balle, you are driving in a car.
Oh.
Balle, you are driving in a car.
You are driving in a car.
There? And who takes the front seat? Mama Zala or wifey? Arekwe.
I'll speak personally.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
My mom will say, I'll sit in the back. Let the one that you have chosen to be the person of interest sit in the front.
That's
seat.
very safe. That's a very safe answer.
I learned from the back.
That's a very safe answer. Well, me personally, it would depend who kemanga fitlileng pele.
That's also another safe answer, right?
Yeah, it depends on who came first. I'm not gonna. First of all, if they're gonna fight over the front seat, then we have a fundamental problem between.
But then here's the other thing. You said girlfriend. If it's your wife, the mother of your kids.
So
you change because now you are doing the fat and set and you're expecting that mama sit in the back. Come on now, do the right thing. Pablo Nap says, big congratulations, man, to you, brother. For your
Babs.
directorship.
Thanks,
Gezayali director. So we only have like, man, like time flies, guys.
Time
flies when you're just having conversations. So, I mean, for me, it's always really about a conversation that propels people to action.
Yeah.
Act.
Yeah.
And to a lot of individuals that also sometimes believe that it's really about you. You must remember that in this world, phela le batho. Mmuso said it, I remember the last time. It's like, you think you did it by yourself. When you go to the toilet at a mall, the toilet paper that you find there, that toilet that you also find, the water running, there are other people that are making sure that your life is convenient.
Yep.
People that build the cars that you drive, people that teach your kids at school. Right? There's a lot of people that there's no way you are doing it by yourself.
Yeah, it's not possible.
And also, I know a lot of times we keep people around us who are just takers. That's all they do. Take,
No,
without
it's
the
not.
consideration of the impact that it has. So,
I've got some interesting insights here.
insights, guys.
So Chris, remember he said these pockets of excellence in leadership.
And we never speak
He
about
mentioned them. He says the Prime Minister of New Zealand is an example.
Mm-hmm.
The President of Rwanda, I think I can agree with him. The President of Croatia, I don't know him. President of Ghana, absolutely.
Man.
Absolutely.
Man.
President of Canada as well.
Isn't it worrying that our president is not there?
It's not featured there, bruh. Look, I think that's worrying, actually. That's very worrying. But I think our president got very lucky. And I'll tell you why he got lucky.
Okay.
When you are presiding over a tragedy such as COVID-19, he's going to be judged on that. And it's if he does it right, that's what he's going to be judged on. And his legacy will be that. And people will forget about the economic, all of that stuff.
Leadership.
So this is an opportunity for him. Maybe now I'm just an opportunist.
Yeah.
If he does this very well, we're going to sing songs about him.
One of the reasons why the Ghanaian president features there, because I was listening to one of his webinars. I think I even spoke about it, the other week. If you listen to the thought process from a leader who says that we consider the fact that 60% of our economy is an informal economy. So we considered the economy. We then understood that we needed strategic partners to help us drive, right, the lockdown so that it's not as impactful to our informal sector.
Yes.
We then started a trace a system, to trace those people that they might have been impacted, who they touch, so that we can allow our economy to get back, to move on. And then in South Africa, you then wonder what this trace process, why did it take 6 weeks? Where are these? Who's making these decisions? Is it just economical? Certain stores were open, certain ones were closed. The informal sector got hit very highly. Small businesses that were in survival mode are now having to close down.
Already in survival mode, yes.
When you don't consider small businesses, for me, it makes me wonder about your leadership style. Do you consider holistically? Which part of the system are you thinking about?
And do you know these big corporates, bro, we were talking about it. By the budget cuts, they are paying people less.
Yeah.
And you're talking about people who are sitting with balance sheets of billions, bro.
Yeah.
Of billions. In fact, one of our banker friend said that what these people are actually doing now is they're actually taking out loans because the rates have never been more favorable. So they're putting away the money, capital, bro, that's just sitting, and taking out loans, taking advantage of the rate of borrowing because it's very low. Imagine, that is what capitalism looks like in our country right now. And now they're also talking about what? Retrenching people. When you're sitting with capital,
you are retrenching people. Now, what is going to happen when even small businesses have to get rid of their people? You ask yourself that. What is going to happen to the economy? People have families, and people think that there's opportunities. Now it's really about how are you creating opportunities, right? You are in a business. What role do you want to play there? What role do you want to play there? Zulu Bongs 9294. Just laughing there.
Sounds like a prison number.
It's like you just came from Robben Island there. Zulu Bongs. But thank you, my brother, for joining in. And I think obviously we're about to wrap it up in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, we're wrapping up, guys.
Thank you very much, guys, for always participating, for showing us love every single week. I think, we get new listeners, and I hope and I pray that the conversations themselves are fruitful. You enjoy them. You feel like your data was worthwhile.
Yeah.
And, go out there, show some love, self-love, take care of your community, show love to your people, man.
Yeah.
And consult, man.
Consult.
Even
if it costs money, guys, trust me, it won't cost as much money as not consulting will cost you in future.
And also be a team player.
Yeah.
In your community, ask, what can I do for my community? Not what can the community do for me. What can I do for my community? And then start to see how you and the community coming together can have a positive impact. Start a garden project, The Stokvel, guys, that's over 80 billion rand of money in the townships, in the rural areas. Stokvel. But people are saving money so that they can go buy the Coca-Cola, the grocery at the end of the year. That's money that you could invest in properties, in farming.
In especially farming, man. Especially farming. There's just so many opportunities.
Yeah.
There's just so many opportunities. I think come Kohonal in the Stokvel, it's our boloka. There must be the Stokvel, it's our developer, your community. I think communities must start imposing themselves. Black communities, like a little tax, whereas they contribute towards every month, and then they could even loan each other money as a community, like you can do so many things with
You are so right, because communities that come together, that work together. So whether you are from the Eastern Cape, Western Cape, KZN, Limpopo, Northwest, Northern Cape, the different provinces in this country, there's opportunities there. Come together, work together. You want to get into the space of housing, get into it, right? Build. I'm sure there's systems, there's guys that run detainer in the rural areas. Because there are no big corporate businesses, but there are just systems that work. Okay, provide. And then the general dealer gets on it. That's like your big supermarkets that you would know that are now known in different names, obviously. So don't look outside, look in your community. Because I think a lot of us also, we just want to work out of our, make money and then leave that community. Sometimes it adds a lot of value if you stay in your community. That's why we've got different community radio stations bringing you information about how you can come together so that it can give that community a voice. Balim Thato says, you are my inspiration.
We inspire, bring.
So to everybody, be well.
And men are trash.
No, I am not trash.
Men are trash.
I refuse. But to bafitla mo di relationship ba sa buinnete. And then they never say also men when they come to them and say, this is my position.
Yeah.
Some men have said that, hey, I'm in a marriage, and then I'm not ready for a relationship. And then after 6 months want to blame the poor guy. No, my guy. Be honest. After the economy is boosted by small businesses, think about it, Bon, let's grow small businesses, love each other, have a great weekend. Let's meet again, same time, same place. Here in this Youth Month. Youth, read, inform yourself, go out there. If you are protesting, protest for the right things that are going to change the economy.
And don't break things.
Hey man, listen, it's a perspective. It's a perspective. Others will break because of it's like we are tired.
Frustration.
Because if you think about it, it's been a culture in the world, in South Africa also.
Yeah.
That when you have problems with something,
break.
Break.
Irobe Joe, Hasia How Joe, Giamakua Joe. We out.
We are, ladies and gentlemen, and we've got Mbila's Mix. And to Tseho Lechai, it's your birthday, our number one listener.
Happy birthday,
Happy birthday. Mbila's Mix about to come up.
Happy birthday to Sfiso Masamola too, by the way.
Habashwe.
Habash.
It's Conrad TV, no hearsay. Hey, 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 hey. One thing is certain, it's gonna be crazy, yo.
Conversational Radio TV, just different.
Hey, hey.